I'm Charlie McKenna with lilliesq, and here today we are going to show you how we do our smoked and then seared tri-tip. We have this nice tri-tip sitting here, so we're going to show you how we kind of clean this one up a little bit to kind of get it to the stage. But I have my nice butcher's knife here. Basically what we kind of do is we want to clean off some of this fat and some of the silver skin. The idea is you're just trying to get as clean as possible so that you can leave more protein for the rub to do its effect, and then more protein at the end so you can do that Maillard brownie nice sear on another cooker. The idea is that you've cleaned up this nice piece of tri-tip, and we're going to get some seasoning on it and get it in the smoker to get a nice pre-smoke on it or pre-cook on it. So right here I have Q-Rub, so everyone's seen we're going to season like we do our steaks. Like I said, sometimes I like to put my hand there just to kind of block it and make sure it stays on the meat as much as possible and not on the cutting board. I might even move it around, pick up that extra rub that's on the cutting board, and then we'll take this nice tri-tip and we'll pop this in the smoker as well. We got this charcoal starter here. I'm going to show you how to light this Mill Scale Yakitori grill. The main reason we're doing this is we're going to show you the finishing of our smoked tri-tip on this Yakitori grill, right? So you have this starter, right, with a handle. The idea is that I have like this fire starter. This is like the Jealous Devil bomb. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to dump this charcoal in, right? So I literally just take the plumber's torch, light that wick on the bomb, then I'll set this back down and over. And in about 15, 20, 25 minutes, what happens is the charcoal gets lit on the bottom and it starts to light the rest. So we have this tri-tip now out of the Mill Scale 94 smoker, offset smoker. The idea right here was we were just trying to get smoke onto the meat, right, where this is reverse smoking. So we're gonna smoke first and then sear it on the Mill Scale Yakitori. All right, here we are. The charcoal chimney's been lit. It was been going for about 15 minutes or so. You can see here that the flames are starting to come up above the sides. The very top of the charcoal is just getting lit on the bottom. It's about 3/4 of the way up. So you can see I can pick this chimney starter up, and then I'll slowly move it over, and then we'll just dump it straight down, let all the little embers fall off. We have this little shovel on the side. I like to just kind of use it to spread out the charcoal, right? We'll spread this out. When you're cooking on this grill, we have this shelf. I like to actually sear. When I'm searing a piece of meat, I put it on the very bottom holder, and I set it kind of right on the top. That way that rack gets nice and hot. You're close to the fire. Now, when this rack is hot, if you want, for some reason, wanted to like control the temp a little bit more, that's what this back shelf is for, right? We're gonna move product away from the fire if it's too hot. So we can pick up the shelf with product on it even, we'll place it in here and we can move it while we're cooking, right? So we have this tri-tip here. You can tell by how floppy it is and how I can squeeze it a lot that it's still like rare meat inside, right? So what we're gonna do is, this charcoal's nice and lit, the heat's coming off of it, grate's been down for a second. So I'm gonna lay this on the fire, and you can hear it singe, you can hear the noise, right? We cook with all our senses. The sound of the tri-tip starting to sizzle and cook means it's searing the outside. I'm gonna leave that for there, not touch it for a second, and I'm gonna let that heat really penetrate it and start to sear up the outside and kind of get that Maillard browning as much as possible. Now, you can hear it start to sear. Now you can see it started to sear already. It got some like nice browning on it. We're gonna flip it over so that we can keep the juices moving within the meat, right? The heat's pushing the juice to the top. We flip, it's pushing the juice to the top again. We flip, and we're just continually moving so we get this nice browning on the outside with the heat. Let's see, we got this beautiful tri-tip now, nice and seared Maillard browning. We'll move this to the cutting board. We have this beautiful tri-tip here. This is what we're gonna do. I'll throw on a glove here just to keep the juices off my hand. I mean, we're slicing this for friends, but what I like to do with a tri-tip is I'll turn it this way, and then I'll cut right between those two kind of, I call them areas of grain change, right? So you got the grain going here, the grain going this way. I'll slice right through there once, right? So you can separate the two grains, and then you can go into slicing the tri-tip itself. Hopefully you guys learned a little bit about how to take the tri-tip, clean it down, get all the fat off it. That way you can penetrate it with seasoning. You can get that smoke on it too, right? Because the smoke will adhere to the protein and get in there. Then you can also take it out and still get that Maillard browning and that sear on the outside, so you get that flavor on the yakitori, right? So we've done a method called reverse smoking. Here it is. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Thanks so much.